she shot her way to the top. By the late 1970s, Griselda Blanco was in Miami, and the empire was running on pure adrenaline and blood. She was no longer just a trafficker, she was the godmother of cocaine. The same brutality she displayed as an 11-year-old child who executed a kidnapping victim was now a billion-dollar business model. Her philosophy, which took root when she was just a child in a Medellin slum, translated perfectly to the cocaine cowboy wars. Zero tolerance for debt. Anyone who failed to pay a debt was to be killed immediately, often in public, and with extreme violence to send a clear message. The motorcycle hitman. An invention of Griselda's. 2 gunmen on a motorcycle, a clean, fast, and terrifyingly efficient way to carry out a drive-by assassination and escape through congested city streets. The accidental kill. Griselda was suspected of dozens of murders, but the case that truly chilled the world was the murder of 2-year-old Johnny Castro, an accidental casualty in a hit job on his father, a rival drug dealer. Her reaction to the news? She was allegedly glad, because they were even. The child's life was simply a cost of doing business. This cold, utilitarian violence wasn't something she learned in a boardroom. It was the survival tactic she learned on the streets from the time she was a child. The lessons she learned from that 13-year-old street punk were not forgotten. They were simply scaled up to a multi-billion-dollar operation. Griselda Blanco's legacy is often simplified to a woman who dominated a man's world. But the true horror lies in her beginning. Her alleged first murder at 11 was not a random act of juvenile delinquency. It was a graduation from a harsh school of survival, likely guided by older, unseen hands who taught her the price of a life. It was this foundational cold-blooded violence, the willingness to kill a child for a failed ransom learned at the feet of a street gang, that allowed her to terrify Pablo Escobar, conquer New York, and flood Miami with cocaine. And in the end, it was her own invention, the motorcycle hitman, that brought her violent reign to an end.